Tabitha Susan Wanjiko Njoroge is my name, and today we want to talk about what is counseling and who ought to go for counseling. And at times, many people do not easily understand the term counseling. And unless things are really bad, most people don't think that counseling is necessary or just are not sure about how it works. So I hope that this video is going to clarify any questions that you could be having about counseling and what happens when one goes for therapy. And it is all right to have the questions. And I hope that you will be able to ask any that you may need clarification for. So choosing a therapist or a counselor, what should you do and how should you go about it? This involves looking for someone who you'll feel comfortable with, and it could be through a doctor's recommendation, it could be a personal referral, it could be a parent referring you or a friend. And the location of your therapist is very important. It's important to consider where is your therapist located. And as a client, you also need to be comfortable to share what you're going through. And if you're not comfortable, it is also okay to communicate that to your therapist. And I know they will not have a challenge referring you to someone who you'll be comfortable with. Also, it is important to know that professional counseling involves many techniques. And it is okay if you feel you're not having that connection. So do not feel hard to request for a referral if you're not seeing things going the right way. Also, you ought to feel safe in a therapeutic relationship, which is part of beginning your therapy. And as a counselor, it is very okay to feel and know that your client is going to get the necessary help from that professional relationship, or rather that therapeutic relationship. And it is your counselor's work and duty to ensure that you get the best of the services. Remember, counseling is more about benefiting you and not benefiting the counselor. So you come first in any therapeutic relationship. Also, if you feel that a therapist is becoming clingy to you and you find it difficult to refer um, to your problem, or rather there is no open-mindedness in that therapeutic relationship, then it's also time to look at that as a warning sign, and you can either look for another therapist or also request for a referral. Also, it is important for you as a client to ensure you get a proper background check from your counselor. This is part of the therapeutic relationship, and it does not hurt to get to know what are their qualifications, where have they studied, have they practiced before, and are they registered. It's important to get that background check. Also, it is important for you to inquire about the availability of your therapist, and then you can properly schedule according to your timings, because you may find that yes, you like to see a particular therapist, but your timings are not maybe possible. So it is important to also put those factors into consideration. And in case you are not available for a scheduled appointment, kindly you can cancel it 24 hours before the session, because communication is very important in any therapeutic relationship. Also, your mental well-being, psychological well-being is necessary. And you should not allow anyone to mess that up. We have had stories out here of quack therapists. So it is important to also ensure that your whole well-being is well taken care of. And if you feel that is not happening, instead of running away from the session, kindly communicate. It doesn't hurt. And someone who is professional enough will understand what you're going through. Another, to know the cost. And when you know the cost, it will also help you to plan yourself accordingly, and also maybe weigh your options, and then you can be able to reach a particular counselor based on what you have been able to find out. Who goes for therapy, you may ask? We all need therapy. However, there is a stigma stuck towards therapy, which should not be the case. Therapy is a platform to recheck various areas in one's life, and therefore one may seek professional help for various reasons. It is therefore the work of the counselor to pick and distinguish between the presenting issue and the underlying issues, and ensure that proper coping skills and awareness is created in that therapeutic relationship. Distress can also be a point to seek therapy. For instance, you could be having a difficult time cutting across the order of the day and other things in life. And any issue that you may feel is hindering a part of your life is enough to share with a counselor and a professional. For instance, loss to self, which is a part of loss and grief, is important. That can also be a point in which you can begin a therapeutic relationship. And most importantly, self exploration is key during therapy. And there are days you may feel, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about when I go for that session. It's okay to just show up, and as you go on with the session, you'll be able to realize that actually that 1 hour, or rather the 45 minutes, were not enough. So it is important to just go even for that self-exploration session. Counseling is also not advice giving. This is, however, the ability of an individual to be more self-aware of whom they are. And it's not about getting the solutions. It's you together with your therapist are being able to just discuss and assess and explore the issues that you have brought to counseling. And one person mentioned the following. His name is Ray Hans. He said that a large majority of those in treatment or therapy state that it actually works. And I don't know your experience, or rather the experience you have had, but I hope that the professional therapist that you're going to get is going to give you a good experience, and you're going to also find it um, important to recommend. And if you have not had the best experience with therapy for one reason or another, I hope that you may get someone who is professional enough to be able to give you a good experience towards therapy. So remember to share this information, ask your questions on the comment section, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.